We're all looking at the same thing. Thank you for joining us for another perspective from the Sag Nasty If Anybody Asks Me podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. For more videos, please subscribe to the channel. Or don't. Just sit back, say nothing, do nothing, and watch as we bare our souls to you. We got it from here. Sag Nasty.
But I can remember one of them played linebacker and I played fullback, and he did like a dive, and I remember like chopping, like blocking him, but I remember like using my shoulder coming down, and I just remember like hitting him in his legs and just being like, oh man, like, oh, this is like a big difference, like it's strength inside. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you remember about that Stewart back in the middle school days? Because like we were still very close, but in those days you didn't really like give much self-reflection, like
What do you mean?
time kind of went by so fast that I didn't really pay attention to like who I was or who you were really at that
Oh
time.
no, we were just so busy. We were just trying to be the best at whatever sport we were in at the time.
You were getting pretty serious about football already by then?
Stuart, well, baby, what can I say? You're a babe.
You were getting serious at football around this time?
In middle school?
Yeah.
So sixth grade was the last year of Pat Curtis, which,
Okay.
Steve's dad and Jim O'Brien coached.
Okay.
It was flag,
Okay.
although it was township. And then the junior Hawks started in 7th and 8th grade.
Okay. I don't know what
That
that
was
is.
that was Ron McLeod's team. That was
Okay.
where we had green jerseys, and it was the first time that we were paired up with a group older than us, right? So
What do you mean paired up?
the 7th and 8th graders were together. It was
On
one
the same
team.
team. Okay.
And I remember just, in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, I was a running back and then a safety.
Mm-hmm.
And I could just remember it was, sweep left, sweep right. I would just outrun everybody, right?
Okay.
But then when we got to 7th grade, it was hard for 7th graders to take a position over an 8th grader. I mean, again, the younger you are, that 1 year age difference is a big deal.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially those guys it was full contact football. We had not done tackling yet until 7th grade.
Okay.
And I remember I started off as like a fullback,
Wow.
running back, and then like a corner as well. But I can remember us playing against Carleton, and they had these two brothers, the Katzenmeyers,
Okay.
Katzenmeyers,
Yeah.
the Katzenmeyer
I
twins.
think they played basketball, right?
I remember being I don't remember them. They were bigger, bulkier guys.
Yeah.
But I can remember one of them played linebacker and I played fullback, and we did like a dive, and I remember like chopping, like blocking them, but I remember like using my shoulder and coming down, and I just remember like hitting him in his legs and just being like, oh man, like, oh, this is like a big difference, like it's strength inside. You know what I'm saying? So it was I think me, Tyler Miller may have been the only two 7th graders that started.
So
on the-
where did you finish starting as a fullback, basically?
Fullback, running back, and then the next year, and safety, I think, or
And
corner.
safety. Okay.
And the next year, so there's a weight limit on positions that could carry the ball,
Okay.
right? So if you were a receiver, or to play receiver,
Yeah.
quarterback, or running back,
Yeah.
yeah, you couldn't weigh over 140 pounds.
Okay. How much you weigh? You didn't weigh that much.
Going into 8th grade, I was about going into that football year. It was about 3 or 4 weeks, and you did the weigh-ins at the scrimmage where all the teams come together in scrimmage. And this year it was in Freeland.
Yeah.
I remember I was about 145.
Yeah. Exactly.
I remember getting with Mr. Ron McLeod because I wanted to cut weight. So I remember
wow.
us going down to, is it Hoyt Park? That's by the zoo down there in Saginaw.
I think so.
We're
Yeah, it
sweating.
is. Yeah, that's White Park, I think.
I remember getting in one of those sweat jackets and like running. And I remember like not eating for a little bit and just being super dehydrated and going and weighing in. And I weighed in at 141 which was over.
Oh yeah.
So I ended up playing tight end that year.
Tight end can be over though, but they carry the ball.
I mean, they did, but it was, you could be a tight end. And
Okay.
so I remember we had this play because Nick Patterson was our quarterback.
Okay.
And I remember they had this play where, and actually I remember playing tight end because Tony was the tackle next to me. And I remember a couple of times I'm like, Tony, I need some help with blocking this guy. So he goes, all right, Stu, you go high and I'll go low. And we, hold up and Tony would chop the guy, But I still played corner. And then so I couldn't return kickoffs either.
Okay.
But I remember one game, and I actually have all these games. I need to convert them.
Oh, wow.
But they like a short kick and I caught it. And it was the only kick I caught that year. And I returned it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
But every game I had a touchdown. What we would do is Nick would roll out to the right and I'd be on the right side.
Yeah.
But I'd do like over route to the other side. And Nick would just do like this. He would go and literally just throw it. I said, just throw it as far as you can.
Okay.
And I would just run under it, catch it, and go score.
Wow. So you were balling at that time.
I mean, well, actually, Daryl.
No, they can't see it. I remember on audio.
I know. I have a highlight from the news where Steve's catching a great pass out of bounds.
Yeah.
And I'm catching a little dump pass from Nick for a tight end.
Yeah.
And then I also have on my YouTube channel when we played, I was on Mr. McLeod's team. We were black then as blacks, and you were on Steve Myers.
Yeah, I know that video. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was you, Steve, Rudy, and then it was me.
Oh no, Mike Strong. Yeah, on your team.
Me, Mike Strong, and we played at Salvation Army. And I have the news clip from that. You guys.
Yeah, I still have it too. Yeah, I still have it too because you sent it to me. I have a copy of it now.
You hit that 3, and then I do like a little
balling back then. Yeah.
I have a little underneath deal. Rudy hits a shot. Steve hits a shot. I think Mike hits a shot.
Yeah, Rudy hit that one in the corner. So when